Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben and this is the SaunaBox Solara. The Solara is SaunaBox's very first all-wood infrared sauna, and guys, although this thing might be small, it is packed full of features. Now, unlike a lot of its competitors, this is a full spectrum infrared sauna, guys. It is ultra low EMF. It has built-in red light with near infrared. It's got Bluetooth audio so you can listen to all your favorite music. And best of all, it comes in a size that is extremely compact and portable, so you can put this almost anywhere. So in today's video, I'm gonna cover everything you'd possibly wanna know about the Solara, including the specs, the features. Let's see how hot it gets. We'll go ahead and measure that. We have a thermal camera. We'll see if there's any cold spots. Also, we have an EMF reader to see if this is safe to use. So all these things will be covered in this video. Let's find out if this is actually worth getting. And to start us off, let's go ahead and talk about the design. Now, the very first thing you should know about the SaunaBox Solara is that this thing looks really good, guys. I mean, first of all, it has this black finish on the outside, and it also has this privacy glass, and so you can't really see inside, but it has this reflective coating to it, so it just looks really, really good. And I think I prefer the black finish over like the natural finish that most of these infrared saunas have. It just looks a little less campy, if you will. It looks more high-end. Now, they do advertise that you're able to put this together in about 30 minutes or less without any sort of tools or anything like that. And I can tell you that that is pretty accurate. You definitely need somebody to kind of help you out. But overall, the whole entire process is very simple. It has these buckles right here on the side that basically latch everything together. So these panels, once you get them lined up, you just snap them together. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, as far as overall dimensions, it's about 63.5 inches tall. It's 37 inches deep and then about 35 inches wide. So if you're looking for an infrared sauna that doesn't take up a whole lot of space, something that you can put in a small corner, this is the perfect option for you. I can't imagine that they could make a infrared sauna any smaller than this. Now, I wanted to give you guys some context as far as how much space is here on the inside. So I am 5'10", I'm a little bit bigger guy here. And from my knees to the door, I have about 6 inches, definitely at both sides. I have room to kind of sway back and forth. Up top, I have at least 6 inches. So it is compact, it's cozy, if you will, but I don't feel claustrophobic. I definitely feel like I could spend 30, 45 minutes in here, no problem. And I think most people will agree with that. So let me take you guys for the tour on the inside. Now, one feature that you won't see on a lot of saunas unless they're a lot more expensive is the inclusion of red light. So it's pretty neat that we have this panel that sits here right on the door. And of course, you look up here up top, it has the red light and near infrared. This does produce light at 660 nanometers and the near infrared at 850. And of course, those are the two wavelengths that have been proven to be the most beneficial. And so that's a really great addition. If you take a look at the infrared panels also, we have panels that go all the way down to the calves and here on the side of the legs. And so this is a full coverage. This surrounds your entire body. Now, sometimes some of these saunas, they actually have like a contoured seat right here. This one is in fact flat. However, the back is actually contoured, so that contours to your back, making it a little bit more comfortable. Coming over here to the control panel, yes, we have the light right there, turn on and off. You have music. This actually has a built-in radio, but you can also have Bluetooth audio, and then also right here, you can plug in a USB stick if you'd like. And then all the rest of the temp controls, time, volume, and the different tracks is all selectable right there. Up top, we have a single speaker right there. It sounds pretty good. The light right here, little sensor, and then also this little vent right here that slides back and forth. Now, I just want to make another mention of the glass. I mean, this is tempered glass right here. It has a really good thickness to it right there. And also, if you look right here, this is like a felt kind of insulation lining all the way around there. It seems right off the bat that, I mean, that this seals very well. It has a nice click to it when you close the door. I mean, it has a little magnet that holds it, but it just kind of snaps into place. You know, it takes a little bit of a tug to kind of open it, but it's very nice. It feels really good. So with all the great features that they actually advertise for the Solara, I think one of the most important features is the low EMF rating that it has, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that this thing is safe to use. So I have this EMF reader right here. Let's go ahead and read a few of the panels and see what we come up with. First things first, let me go ahead and show you guys that this thing is, in fact, it's on. Okay, we come down here next to this panel and let's see. Green is good, yellow is in the middle, red is bad. So that's looking pretty good so far. Okay, bring it up here. It's looking good. How about down here? That is looking great. Looking very good. And of course, let's come down here. And that is looking great as well. All right, so we checked the EMF levels and they look great. Now there's one area that kind of differentiates a really good sauna to one that's not so great. And so some of the cheaper saunas out there, they don't have that many infrared panels. And so as far as like coverage, it's not very great. And then you start getting like cold spots. And so I have this FLIR, it's this thermal camera attachment. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and check to see the heat distribution all throughout this and see what that looks like. So all down here, it looks really good. That's down on the legs. And then of course, this is the back of it. You have heat all the way up. Take a look at these side panels. That looks good. Goes all the way down here. Kind of get in line. And that goes all the way to your feet. Come over here to the other side. And that looks great as well. Yeah, so overall, I mean, that looks really great. So the fact that they have all these panels, including these ones right here that go all the way down, is fantastic. But we definitely have like the back of the legs covered. So really full body coverage. I wanna just take a second and address the elephant in the room, and that is the price tag of the Solara. Now guys, I will not tell you that $3,000 is cheap. It is not cheap. However, I do wanna show you that compared to some of the competitors out there, it's actually a lot better deal than you think. Okay, to show you guys what I'm talking about, let's head on over to SaunaBox's website. So here we are looking at the Solara, and these are the specs. We've already talked about them in the video, but it has full spectrum, okay, low EMF infrared heating, the Bluetooth speaker, it has the red light, the near infrared, privacy glass, it's made of 100% Canadian hemlock wood. You can see that here, 1-year warranty, free delivery. You can see the specs right here as far as the size is 63 by 37 by 35. Okay, so again, $2,999. Let's go ahead. One of its biggest competitors right now would be this guy right here. So Heavenly Heat Saunas, they're a very well-known sauna brand. The Eco Infrared Sauna, they just came out with this. It's $4,799. Now let's go ahead and look at the specs on that. So this is actually, so it's low EMF as well. However, as far as the infrared, it actually is just far infrared. It's not a full spectrum or anything like that. And as far as the size goes, it's 68 by 31 by 36. So overall, about the same exact height. We can kind of take a look here inside, and it looks like we have the heaters right here along the side and the bottom. So the heat distributions should be fairly similar. But overall, it doesn't have red light. It has speakers as well. But it's missing a few of those other features that the Solara has. And again, the price tag is $4,799. So let's go ahead and look at one more. We have Sunhome Saunas. They have their Solstice. This is the one-person infrared sauna. $5,499. And we'll scroll down here. Same thing here. It has the EMF shielding, all that. But this, just like the Eco, is only far infrared wavelengths. So it's not full spectrum. It has the Bluetooth audio as well. This has chromotherapy, so that's just, it has the different lights inside. I don't know if that's really a big deal, but it does have that extra feature. We come down here and take a look at this. And if we just kind of drag this around, take a look at the infrared panels. So we have it along the back, you have it along the side here, and you have it on the bottom. However, you don't have this extra panels like right here on these sides, and you don't have the panels right here going to the back of your legs. And I'm kind of thinking that the panels all the way back here really aren't helping as much as the other one. And just, again, $5,499. So these are significantly more expensive, and you're actually getting less features. Also, just to add, this doesn't have red light either. As you can see, the Solara, costing significantly less than its competitors, actually offers a lot more high-end features for the price. All right, it has come to that time. We have preheated this thing. I've been wanting to jump in here all day. So let's go ahead and see how this feels. So right now it is at 147 degrees. The top temperature on here is 150. So keep that in mind. The infrared is a little bit different than a regular dry sauna. I think that's one of the biggest things I see most people talk about. They're like, oh, it's not like a dry sauna. It's supposed to be like 180, 190 degrees. But this is just different. If you understand infrared, wavelengths, I mean, they actually penetrate into your body. So it's not like heat surrounding you and heating you from the outside in. This is actually heating you from the inside out, and so it doesn't need to be as hot as a typical sauna. And right off the bat, this is the very first time using this. You know, the only thing I smell is just the Canadian hemlock wood. I don't smell anything else in here. No off-gassing, nothing like that. I mean, it smells good. If you're somebody that actually likes woodworking, something like that, you're gonna love this. Before I start sweating to death, let me go ahead and cover some of the features in here. And the first off is the Bluetooth audio. Okay, so if you just hit the music button right here, and let's see, well, let's go ahead. So it has a built-in radio if you want that. But then you can see the Bluetooth. And then if you come down to your phone right here, you can see it's actually already connected to the SaunaBox. All right, then you just go ahead and set your favorite music. So we can come here and you can actually turn up the volume a little bit. So it only has the one speaker up here up top. It's not like dual speakers, but this is so small, I don't think you really need two speakers. Now, unfortunately, if you're asking about the Bluetooth, that is actually only to control the music. This is not Bluetooth or app enabled, unfortunately. However, I've been told that that'll probably be a future update is in these units is to have that included, so you can actually set the time and temperature of this remotely. That'd be really nice, but I mean, it's really not too bad just coming down, pushing a button, getting it started, and then letting it preheat. That's just something that you want to kind of keep in mind. Now, it has only been probably like 5 minutes, and guys, if you can see, already starting to sweat. It is getting hot in here. It's 150, but again, those infrared panels here, poof, man, they're making it hot. Now, the other thing I want to cover is the red light. So take a look at this. So you have the red light panel right here. And, you know, to turn on just the red light, you have the option of turning just that on. It's going to get really bright in here. And then if you want the near infrared, you go ahead and hit this button. Now, near infrared, of course, you know, it looks like these LEDs are off. They are, in fact, on. This is invisible light, so you won't see those. However, you have this full panel here. Now, I think I should mention this. The red light, I love it. I love the fact that you have it in here. One little downside too is the fact that it's mounted a little off center, so it's kind of a little bit here off to my left. You kind of actually have to kind of move a little bit closer to it if you wanted to hit your body. I think perhaps for future updates, if they could get some kind of like maybe wedge or something that would actually tilt it a little bit kind of towards you, or maybe at least mount it a little bit more center with the door, that'd be a nice upgrade. But I mean, it's great. I love having the extra feature because a lot of those other, you know, infrared saunas, they just don't have it at all. The other feature that we saw on those other more expensive saunas was the fact that they had chromotherapy. Now, all that really is that it has a light up above that changes to different colors, so like green, red, blue, and it's supposed to just kind of affect your mood in different ways. So the light right up here, I mean, is just the one single light, and that's it. That's all it has. It would be kind of nice if it had a dimmer on it, so you could actually maybe have 3 different levels of brightness, because I'd really like to kind of bring that down a little bit. It's a little harsh. It's not too bad. You can always just like turn it off. But maybe a future update might be either put a dimmer on it, or hey, go ahead and do some different lights, you know, make it a little bit more colorful in here. Now at this point, it's probably only been about 10 minutes. Guys, I am full on sweat everywhere, and it's actually starting to drip at this point. So I apologize for that. It's kind of gross, but hey, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Now, I just want to comment just one more time on the room inside of here. Guys, I've been in here for 15 minutes. The heat's been on, and I still feel very comfortable in here. I mean, it's not a ton of room, but I don't feel cramped. I don't feel claustrophobic. I don't feel like I have to get out of here because I feel like the walls are coming in on me. I mean, it's very comfortable for me. You know, if you're a much bigger guy, then it could be a different story. But I think for the majority of people, I mean, this is going to be a very, very comfortable experience, particularly if you're looking for a sauna that's a little bit smaller, that's not taking up half of your house. All right, I'm officially taxed out. Let's get out of here. Oh my gosh. And look at this sweat. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Wow, okay, so that was really, really good. Man, I was sweating like crazy. I had to take a few minutes here to kind of cool down, but let's go ahead and just kind of recap kind of the pros and cons of this thing. Now, first of all, like I said, it is full spectrum infrared. It does have the Bluetooth audio, which is nice. It does have the red light therapy, which is also a very nice addition. And this is actually true red light with near infrared. It's not like one of those rope lights that doesn't do anything. And also, you know, you could say that a pro would be the overall size of it as well. It is smaller, and, you know, other people might see that as a con because they want something a little bit bigger. They want to be able to have 2 people in here. And you know what? I could totally see that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is that this lives up to all the promises that is made. And, you know, as far as the heat distribution, it's great. The infrared panels work very well. It gets up to the temperature that they say it does. Low EMF, we tested that. check, check, check. It's checking all the boxes for me. And so I think that that is the most important thing, that it's not just promising a lot and under delivering. So guys, there you have it. That is your very first look at the SaunaBox Solara. Unfortunately, I will be retiring my old SaunaBox that I've had for over a year and a half now. I'm really enjoying this and I look forward to using it. Now, if you guys have any questions or comments, if I've left any detail out that you'd like to know about, go ahead and leave that down in the comment section down below. Also, if you'd like to receive 10% off anything from SaunaBox, I also have a promo code listed in the description. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next video.